things go well when we are unplanned, unorganized.
Very true.
Yeah. Yesterday, that is what I told. The universal intelligence. If we both are sitting here today, there is a plan from the universe that we should meet today and talk something. And again, I was motivated with your talk yesterday. And you told we should walk forward, looking forward, not looking backward. And looking forward to the target only we can grow. And that science is called appreciative inquiry. A society can grow only when we tap on the strength. Correcting problems, we can maintain the status quo only. If you want to grow, you should do something else. That is, identify what is our strength and what we can do. And in that regard, you are a trainer. You are such a inspired speaker. I was just moved by the way you transformed the audience yesterday. I think few clips can be added in when we edit this episode, or else a link can be provided. You just start talking as a casual conversation about yourself and the turning points in your life. I can give you some more options, like the challenges that you have overcome in life, the success stories which you cherish, or what is that you have learned from your life so far. You are too young to talk on learnings that way, but there will be plenty of learnings for you.
Correct.
And if you put all these questions together, some memories will pop up that tell you that this is that I am today standing here successful and sitting in an interview like this.
Correct.
Yes, sir. Talk whatever comes in your mind. Let us make a conversation.
True. As I was talking, one of the story which maybe a few years later, Brigadier Yogendra Yadav, who's a survival of Kargil, and he had come to Mangalore, and one man asked him a question saying that, sir, I'm 40 plus now, but initially when I was young, I wanted to serve this country. And now I have no opportunity, so you can suggest me some other way how I can serve my country. So Yogendra Yadav gave a beautiful answer, which actually stuck in my head. Okay, he said, "Don't worry. You could not get into defense or whatever. Don't worry. But whatever you are doing today, I don't know what you are doing. Whatever you are doing today, do it with dedication." Do it with commitment, do it with passion. That itself is Desha Seva, what you can do for the country. So that really hit me. And after that, whatever I do personally, I put lot of passion into it, lot of enthusiasm into it. And definitely that is what one point I would say changed my life. One sentence, they say, no, the spark. Sometime that itself can change your entire life. That is one moment I still remember. I seriously don't know how many years back, but it is still there in my mind.
That is a turning point, actually. Yeah. That's the exact turning point.
Correct.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell me some challenges which you could overcome.
Challenges, if you ask me, I basically love to take challenges in life. Coming from a background where we are basically a fisherman background. Okay, my father was a fisherman. He was in Mumbai earlier, but somehow he had to come to a native Manjeshwar. My place is Udyawar, Manjeshwar. So he used to go in this small boat, wooden one. You might be knowing that. Okay, so there, what happened is poverty. Yesterday we were talking about poverty and things like that. We have seen that personally, and that time itself I have decided that I need to become something. And my father is the greatest inspiration for me. As a young boy, everybody are naughty, you know that. So I was also not up to the mark and things like that. But my father, we are 4 children, 3 siblings I have, my elder brother and 2 sisters, younger sisters. So my father, when I was not in track also, he used to meet my friends and other people too, locally. So he used to tell one thing. They call me Biru. Okay, so my father used to tell, don't worry about Biru. Okay, one day you will see what he will become, or what. I have not become so big, but I'm just saying that one encouragement from your father. That's what my friends told me that. He never told me, But he had tremendous confidence in me. That's what they say, no? Like if you wish well, think well, do good to others, and it will somehow it will come into picture, and you can become whatever. So I would say he is my guru. uh, he also had this helping people, tremendous confidence and things like that. Not studied much, but he used to work at that point of time in Mumbai for Standard Batteries. You might be knowing olden days. So one is that, and for your information, you were saying like 31 years you came to Mangalore, right? So this year I'm completing 31 years into sales. Okay, so you're talking about 1994 you
Yes,
started,
yes,
maybe came
yes,
here.
yes,
I
yes.
started my career in 1994 just out of college. Again, we are talking about poverty. I don't want to use, wanted to prosper.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had been to an interview. Okay, uh, my school, everything is done in my native Manjeshwar. That is Kannada medium
Yeah.
critical school. And here in Mangalore, I came three colleges. I was completed my till my graduation. It was three colleges. Normally, it is in two
Yeah.
colleges. Okay, so that is a long story. And I had been to an interview. I didn't know what kind of interview was that. Uh, my result yet to come, but I wanted to work because at that point of time, situation was that. And when I went there, I came to know that there's something called BPL Sanyo vacuum cleaners, which I don't know what exactly it was. I'd been with the for an interview. I'd been there. I went to the inside the cabin, and they said, "Where is your CV?" I was like, "CV? What is that CV? Do you have your biodata?" Even I said, "No, I don't." So bring your biodata. So somewhere I've taken a paper, I've written something, taken help from somebody, and just given them. And they asked me, "Have you come for interview? Seriously, you come for an interview?" I said, "Yes." "But how you came, you know?" I was with a canvas shoe and one acid wash pant at that point of time, and one what is that? I would say one jig big kind of a polo shirt, t-shirt kind of thing I was wearing. And when I went inside, first there were everybody were wearing tie. Then they told this is a formals. Okay, so later I came to know that it is formals. You should wear something like this. They said in the interview, they said, for this, for the look, we are not selecting you, but for your confidence, we are selecting you. But tomorrow onwards, if you're coming, come with the formals. Then I went, and everything happened. We were selling vacuum cleaners, and that was half of the month was there for that particular month. I started maybe 15th or July or something. August 1994, I became number two sales representative in Karnataka by selling 14 vacuum cleaners. Let me tell you, you can even sell dead rats, okay, but not vacuum cleaner.
At that point of
Yeah,
time.
that point of time, 14 vacuum cleaners. So after that, it was never looking back, only forward. My salary was 1,500. Okay, that time.
Yeah.
And my incentive for that month was 1,750. 3,250 was my salary, maybe put together. So after that, I said, this is where I need to be sales. Okay, to come into sales, my inspiration is my mother. I told you we were from fisherman community in way back in 90s, 80, 90s and all. So my father used to, and my brother also used to go into boat and things like that. At that point of time, if you get lot of fish, no, there is no ice factories at that point of time. Okay, what they used to do is they will what's aggregate, and a portion will the particular person has to take, and that is his look after. Maybe you put it in a salt and dry the fish and things like that. So we used to this coastal area, beach, and my house is almost a kilometer. So we used to bring that fish like this, and all these things used to happen. My mother used to take this fish into few houses, and she used to sell. So I was the person who was going with her, with holding that purse. We call it as chila, some this one for that money. I used to collect that money and I used to put it. So The typical thing what happens, okay, for example, bangude ini 10 rupaiಗೆ ಮುಪ್ಪ. Today we are talking about 200 rupees you will get 3 bangudes or 4 bangudes, okay. Then 10 rupees it was 30. Then they used to there, no, yesterday one lady came, she was giving 30 to, you are saying 30, she said no, 30, if you want 30 you take it. Then they used to pull one from the her basket and they used to take. See, this was I was watching. I call it, today we are talking about it is a negotiation. Okay, so this is how I learned sales. So for me in sales, my mother is my inspiration. So today you tell me, I know only sales and marketing. 31 years, nothing else. I don't know anything. And that is wherever you are, you need to sell yourself. That is how strongly I believe in. Shivkara, management guru, he says, who are born in this world, everybody are salesmen. And he is giving example saying that if you are a newborn baby, okay, to get the milk, you have to cry. So that baby is selling his or her idea to the mother that I need milk. So you are getting a boy or maybe a girl proposing a boy saying that I love you. Again, salesmanship.
Yeah.
Okay. A lawyer arguing or something he is doing in the court for his client. He is selling his ideas to the judge. So every born person in this world are a salesman. And if you get into sales, that is an awesome thing what you can do in future. I spoke a lot, I think.
Yeah, nice. Now I got lot of things to respond to your conversation. I'm sticking on to. I'm limiting myself. I'm sticking on to two things. One is your motivation is your father, and it is said, we change not from what we hear, we change from what we overhear. Somebody talk about us to somebody else and we hear. And there are people who go and talk something which is not told, saying somebody told about you like this and create a confusion between people. But people overhear and that impact more than what they hear. I wonder if you would have father directly told you this, you would have been, I don't know what would have been the thing. We lack a mind to appreciate others. We find out fault. 10 things. Somebody do 10 things and we find out that one mistake or shortcoming and ignore all the 9 good things and we highlight that. This is the problem in the society. And that need to change. We need to learn the art of appreciation. That is what you told. Talk good, see future. And that's all inspirational. The second thing which you told, you learned sales from your mother. I tell the people, if I have learned anything from my parents, my father and mother, there is no great teacher taught me anything greater than that. And the way they taught with examples, simple examples which got registered in our mind. When we talk, lot of things happen in our mind, lot of pictures, memories, inspirations. That's why we become emotional. And creating that emotion is what is creating activity further. When you fire a rocket, it goes off because there is a fire there. And you being a trainer, this is what you do with the youngsters. You talk to them, inspire them, and then they go and do great things. When you say 14 vacuum cleaners you sold in way back in 94, it's unimaginable even today. Today the growth is, the awareness is all changed, the system changed. But even then, that is because there was fire in your belly. You wanted to do that. And that is where, if you need, so I tell people, don't go for mock interviews. Mock interviews, mock only. The real situation is not there. When a person is acting as a judge and you are in front of a real judge, the situation is different. So we need to create real situations. And as a trainer, now this is since a short episode, I want to wind it up very quick and we will have frequent such episodes. What is your message to the youngsters?
See, I would always say that life is all about learning. Okay, as you rightly said, there's no one in this world we can ignore. Okay, let me tell you, JC is the organization. I would say that is one of the turning point. JCI, okay, which is believe in building youngsters, creating young leaders between 18 to 40. But I always say that I regret joining JCI. Okay, the reason is very very simple. Unfortunately or fortunately, I joined JC at the age of 47. Now you can ask me 18 to 40 and how you joined. That is the option is there. Because I was passionate in terms of somebody, just like that, somebody taken me for JCI installation, one of our friend. Now we are good friends, okay. And he said, raise your right hand and take the oath. I said, what is this? Okay, I've taken the oath. I will live according to the JCI values and things like that. Okay, that is the beginning. After that, I just came to know what this JCI is going to do, and I came to know that it is basically creating youngsters, which I strongly believe in, and this is the organization. The training itself is a complete whatever thing is there of JCI. It's training, all about training. I am a very passionate in terms of training and speaking is concerned. So at that point of time, wherever possible, I just got into training areas. Wherever trainings available, I just went, and that is also a record in JCI. To become a national trainer in JCI, you need 3.5 years. Okay, and I'm with proudly I'm saying in 3.5 years I have completed JCI national trainer. So that was one of the moment I would say which changed my life. Okay, I would say other day I was telling one of the gathering I was just telling, if at all just out of college, if I would have got into JCI, maybe in front of me, my name, Prime Minister Deeraj B Udyawar would have been there. I don't know. Okay, so if I always say that there is nothing called late or delay or whatever. Whatever is to happen, it has to happen according to his plan. So that is one more turning point when joined JCI. That is a turning point. The same message which I want to give it to the youth. Okay, not only studies. You just get into these kind of organizations. I would say get into JCI itself to take your life completely to the paradigm shift. You get into JCs, you will understand. See, today's world, you know that, sir. It's not only your education will not take you anywhere. How good you are in communication, how good you are in negotiation, how good you are in selling yourself to the person who's sitting, taking your interview, that will decide your future. So for youngsters, I would say if you are anywhere between 18 to 40, please join JCI and it will change your life like anything. That is my guarantee.
This is the same thing which I also got to tell. This is the same thing. It is not the book which you learn. It is the life which you learn, the practice which you do, the impact which you make, the impression which you create with the other people which make the difference. And that practice has to happen really. So somebody said, when there is somebody fallen into the lake, and there is a crocodile in the lake and everybody is afraid of that, and then nobody is doing anything to save, and when somebody jump and go and save that person and come back, and these people are asking, where did you get the courage for this, and he is asking who pushed him into the water. And
Correct.
Either we need to push people into the water or they jump themselves. We cannot ignore leave our youngsters just like that. Should give opportunity for people. We need to create forums everywhere, forums and platforms. We call this as an intellectual meeting point. People come together and discuss. There is no one we can ignore, no, like that. So we need to create this throughout the district and see the difference. When every person look forward and walk forward, then it is a large force. And let us work together and do something different.
Surely, surely.
So nice talking to you.